We are right in MJ Farms and Ranch. This is the crop section of the MJ Farms and Ranch. We have our ranch in the village here, while our field is also part of the village, but off-site the village. We are in the soybean section of the farm because we segmented this farm into 3 sections. But this is the soybean section of the farm. Right behind me here, you can see, by my right hand side, you can see is guinea corn, sorghum. Behind me here is our corn, maize, almost ready for harvest. And in the next few days, we are going to harvest the corn. Since we are into zero grazing, because the time of animal farms, we have the livestock, what we do is zero grazing. Zero grazing is not open grazing, and it is highly capital intensive. So to leverage the cost part of it, which is costly, because in open grazing, you send your animal to the field, they go for grazing and return them back in the evening. But what we do, we have an enclosed system, which is the zero grazing. So our animals are in the ranch, so we feed them ourselves. We determine what they eat. So since we decide what they eat, we produce what they eat from the crops in the farm. So you can see the livestock feed on the sorghum, which is the guinea corn. They also feed from the husk we get from the corn. That is the corn husk and corn bran. For the soya beans, the pod is, you can see, is producing pod now. So this pod has the seed contained in the pod. So the pod is what we use to feed the livestock, while the seed we consume as human. The groundnut, the leaf of the groundnut, as my supervisor have said, the farm supervisor said, we use the leaf as a fodder for the livestock, as well as our beans. We still have beans here, our normal beans. So we use the beans pod also. The beans also is contained in the pod. The pod, the shell of the beans, is what we use to feed the livestock. It's also another pod, a form of pod we use in feeding the livestock. Thank you very much for listening, and next we'll meet in the ranch.